second day of the Janet Hinds trial continued today. Hinds is the woman accused of hitting and killing a Chattanooga police officer back in 2019.
News 12's Jolie Poole is once again at the courthouse to explain what testimonies the jury heard today in our top local story.
It has been a busy day inside the courtroom as the second day of the Janet Hinds trials continues. Today we heard more from the prosecution's witnesses. The prosecution explored the extent of the car's damage, and the jury heard more from what happened that tragic evening. 2 CPD crime scene investigators, the general manager and a server from Farm to Fork restaurant, as well as DUI officers from the Chattanooga Police Department were among the witnesses interviewed today. In addition, the prosecution shared details about the extensive damage received by the car when it made impact with Officer Galinger, and an analysis of the evidence that was collected from inside the car.
Because there was so many different hair samples on there that it was easier for us just to remove the entire section and encompass the cracked area within that section that we took out. So that's what we did. We took out the entire section that had the broken section in it.
Okay.
Restaurant employees from Farm to Fork spoke about the quantity of drinks served to Janet Hinds and testified that despite having multiple beers in one shot, Hinds continued to behave in an appropriate manner.
At any point have any concerns, or were any concerns brought to your attention about the behavior, the mannerisms, anything having to do with this woman, Janet Hinds?
Absolutely not.
CPD DUI Officer Jeffrey Buckner explained what effect the consumption of alcohol could have on the body and what the protocol is once an officer has been struck. The emotional toll on Officer Buckner was evident as he recounted the night's events.
Officer Jared Justice yelled "break" on the radio. And that was actually my first inclination that something was wrong. That is our emergency code. That means that that officer needs priority radio traffic. He said it actually twice. And then he got his message out that his probationary officer had just been hit by a car. Other officers had arrived. I noticed Officer Galinger was on the ground. I took over medical care. I already knew CPR had been started. He had no pulse.
The jury was then shown the several hours that Janet Hinds was inside the Farm to Fork restaurant. I'll continue to keep you updated as we move along through the court proceedings. You can follow along by following my Twitter at JolieWDEF12. In Chattanooga, Jolie Poole, News 12 Now.